I love you world. And one could make a case for why one shouldn't love humanity. Sure. You could make a case for why you're a piece of crap if you wanted to, but that's not kind. And the mind of love requires us to shine a slightly brighter light. Humanity is much more than we realize in any moment, because we're brought out through action and necessity. And the mind of caring love is very creative, and we will find that in the changing world ahead, people will develop solutions in their grounded spaces, in their moments of aha. And in the future, when we decide not to judge every idea because the old system obviously didn't quite do the trick, we have the ability within us, looking above us, looking below us, and all around us, is waiting for something to happen to us when we are in fact happening to the universe. Your lively spark of consciousness, your will, your effort, and your attention. That's what makes this world grow. We require a physical body to influence matter, which means that you won the lottery. You're one of a few select souls who have graduated to this higher level of school of learning. And you surrendered your knowledge of who you truly are so that you could remember it in a new situation, in a new world, as a new you, becoming the real you again, from a different direction. A different personality, but still the same person. Again and again, we re-emerge into creation as a soul to explore. So even though you might not be able to remember in this very moment the largeness of your true nature, when you ponder your highest, brightest, most twinkly, brilliant self, flowing with creativity, power, confidence, and love. That shining one that is you is slowly becoming you, and you are becoming that version of you. Very slowly sometimes. And sometimes your highest you is shaking its head going, "Oi, God, why won't they listen? Why don't you follow the path of your courageous love to everywhere it leads you, and healing everything around you and nurturing everything around you and being an upliftment to everything in your experience. You bloom where you planted and you nurture flowers slowly, and eventually there is a result. But if we don't plant seeds, we can't grow flowers. And in this world of a technocracy that has kind of robbed us of a lot of our natural humanity, we have now the opportunity to choose, if we wish, to exit the technocracy as our identification of self. And we make our first connection to the planet upon which we stand. The life that keeps us alive. We can't afford to take it for granted anymore. We can't pretend that we don't have a job to do. Call it a burden or a gift, but this is our future. This world will survive as we nurture the well-being and balance of the natural ecosystem as it was formed over many years. And we have changed it in many ways. So there's work to do to restore the balance in a regenerative way, the way that nature flows naturally, and in a way that serves humanity, because a healthy ecosystem leads to healthier vegetables and less need to run to urgent care with a runny nose every time your immune system tanks because you're eating fast food and gummy bears instead of green smoothies. I know you think you deserve it. You probably do. Most of us really have suffered and we feel like we need to reward ourselves with a milkshake. And maybe we'll allow it from time to time and really indulge in it and enjoy that splurge, because we do deserve something that feels sweet. As a metaphor, a reward, and an experience, a lifting of vibration, a password to well-being. But if we do that all the time, in terms of things that aren't actually that great for us physically, or mentally, vibrationally, leading us further and further in our proximity to the loving being that we want to be. Our world can lead us astray in the idols that we're told to worship, presented only as an inert possibility that we can look away from and decide, that's not my game. Thank you for sharing. It's not my favorite. That's different, but it's not what I want. We don't have to judge it and push it away. Any of it. Any of the negativity that humans have created in this world. We don't need to push it away, but we need to stop selecting it. So that the natural well-being that is our birthright, of health and wellness, that comes from loads of good decisions in a reactivation of your physical form in a way that is kind and gentle and full of Maitri. M-A-I-T-R-I. Look it up. Maitri. That energy. It's an omnidirectional loving kindness for self and others as one, not as separately. Love makes you me and me you. We become part of each other. We open our identity as part of self and thus heal into oneness out of the pain of separation that we eluded and deluded and washed ourselves down into an egoic form of our personality that was separated from the loving vibe, and in many cases, full-on miserable bastard. Forgive yourself, please. Please set down your burden. You deserve to be free. Free of the heaviness in the dark places of your mind and the places that you have judged irredeemable. Redeem yourself from judgment so that your heart may open and rise. And as your energy begins to rise up through you from Mother Earth, that you are connected to with your infinitely long tailbone of your energy reaching down into the core of planet Earth, connected to to the larger you called life. Love nurtures life. That's what this planet is doing. With every opening flower, every playful squirrel, every gliding bird, and every flapping dolphin, this planet is full of joy. It's made for joy. It's made for thriving and growth and expansion. Well-being is the nature of life. It is the energy of growth. And when it grows in your mind, when you open up your heart and the top of your head to what love speaks within you, please speak it to the world. Please act upon the world and build it. The brilliance of love within a mind is unbounded. Release your bounds. Allow the lift of light within you, the joyful presence of you. Infinitely amazing. Just like everyone else. Inflate your ego as part of all egos that you worship, as divine children of Source. Unseparated, only in their amnesia do they find themselves in different compartments of personalities. An illusion that is created and filled with ideas from outside that do not necessarily nurture the highest form of you. They nurture a form of you. If you decide in your life experience that something is full of love, something gives you passion naturally. It makes you want to do something. And it's fun while you're doing it. And it may not be easy. As a matter of fact, most passions are very challenging. But they're inspiring and they uplift. And they don't just get you off the couch. They get you into the exploration of the expansion of who you are through your knowledge learned through your experience. And your most impassioned self contains a larger portion of your soul. And your disempowered, dispassionate, apathetic self that's grumpy and exhausted and just wishes it would just stop all of it is not you. That's the ego running out of gas because it defined itself as a physical body. It separated itself from the brilliance of the one mind. It closed the connection that the heart requires to have that oncoming and outgoing data stream between you and the coherent connection with Source Mind. That sparkle that you are when you are giving love and taking love in an ever-flowing circuit of energy. That's the real you. You knew that. But are you choosing in all moments to reach for that? Probably not. We don't, because we get drawn in, and then we forgive. And we notice our hearts have been made solid and resistant and closed. And then we open up the light within us. Once again, we expand the sensation and the wondering of what forgiveness and connection lead to in a unity consciousness in this moment. To see the wholeness in every situation. The balance of interactive and cooperative power. In all moments, a polarity that is one. That self that sees the oneness is a tangent bubble to the big bubble. Connected in all moments, but not always in awareness or vibration. We rise up in our mindset and heart set, and we become a larger container for joy and love. And then we become in the vibrational proximity of the divine realm, our Garden of Eden, the heaven on earth. It's here and now. It never left. You were the one that walked out because you didn't think you deserved it. And God knows you were wrong. And if you need to look a little more from the ground, more from the self-inflicted shaming, and let the light in. Let the burden go. Don't squint anymore at God's light. Don't turn away. Open up that part that you are and be more of it so that you experience what you were designed to experience. Your love. You're made of love, by love, and for love, and that's all there is. Because nothing else is true. All that you have created and we have co-created upon this earth in our history of pain and separated mind, all of that is a human creation. And we learn from it, which means that all that is learned from it. The highest vibration is an infinite mind that is pleased with all of it. That's the glint in God's eye. The proud parent. Even when we misbehave and learn on this infinite string of beads of our lifetimes, interconnected wisdom being gleaned right now, you're becoming better because of this. You're becoming more. You're understanding more. And you're growing more. And you are loved from more directions than you can even grasp. But you can try. To know that you're surrounded by love in a given moment, try this experiment. Go down to a beautiful place. Doesn't have to be exactly like this, but some place that is absolutely splendid and private for you. And a realization that many of us have had is that when you are truly alone with your mind, there's only, really, in some ways, two of you there. That's the bare minimum from a certain perspective. There's you and Source Mind. And Source Mind is divided into many minds that exist on many frequencies. The existences of that which Source is experiencing the universe is far beyond the frequency that a human body has access to. Just because you can't see gnomes and fairies and trolls, pixies, the elementals, doesn't mean they aren't real. Doesn't mean they aren't moving through space and time in their way. And when we summon forth our image of them, we tune into that frequency. And we can begin to see the magic unfolding all around us. See it in our mind's eye. It would freak you out if you saw it actually in person properly. And that's not required. To imagine what the elemental world is like. That we are coexisting in a living world with many different channels. And when we stand in loving awe for all that it is, and we broadcast nurturance to all the universe, as a creator, a parent always does, in proud thankfulness, we shine as part of oneness. My right hand's in the bushes. The source mind is love. And love is a mindset that is available to everyone. The Christ consciousness, it has been called. It is a frequency that exists in all moments. That anyone and anything can feel. Unless you got your fingers in your ears and your arms crossed over your heart and you're too frickin' grumpy to hear God's voice as the highest form of you counseling you. That highest self will come in many forms. Don't judge the messenger. It's you. The greatest wisdom comes through others, but it is resonant within you because it is part of you. The wisdom itself is what you are as it rings true for you in your mind and in your heart and in your body and your vision for your future. What you desire passionately as the growth of self. It's beautiful. It's majestic. It's twinkly light of silver white energy around your entire being. That is your light guide. Whether you can see it or not, you have one. And it doesn't dissolve. But the physical body absolutely is a temporary experience. But it can go much longer than we perceive. And for many of us it is. Going better than expected for far longer than expected. As we open up our minds in a heartfelt space, that which flows up through our form into our mind becomes something special. It's not just a thing. Write it down. Make a note of it for your future so that it may become part of your experience. So that walking the path manufactured in your highest self, possessed with passion, in a radiant act, creation. You discover again a larger version of yourself and expand further into it and become more. That is my wish for you. That is my wish for all beings everywhere. That you discover who you are as you include all of nature in self. Because in oneness, which is the only truth, you are it and it is you. I am that. That is me. And we're having an earth party. Through the physics of motion, the movement of matter, we find ourselves flowing down the babbling brook of life, exploring what is there, learning what is next, enjoying all that you see.